It was a sight to see in Denver today. Rain. You can see
Is that what that was?
That's what that was, Shannon. It's been so long. You can see the gray clouds and droplets coming down on metro streets during the morning commute. Thank you so much for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5. I'm Micah Smith.
I'm Shannon Ogden. It's been weeks since we've seen anything like this. Danielle Grant joins us now.
And Danielle, who got the most of this much needed rain?
You know what, up and down the Front Range, a lot of folks saw easily a 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain come through. I know my daughter this morning was like, look what's happening. It's a sight to see for sure, as we have not seen any rainfall in about 10 days. And even at that, on February 20th, we only picked up 200. So that's like a few sprinkles, right? And then before that, 500s, and that was back on January 25th. So almost a month before that. It has been exceptionally dry. So the clouds, the cooler temperatures, the rain felt so good and felt a little bit more like springtime. We are coming off of the second driest February ever on record here in Denver, with only that 2/10 of an inch out at DIA. So again, incredibly nice to see. The radar active for us. Up in the mountains, several inches of snowfall stacking up with this storm. Some nice rainfall across I-76, the northeastern mountains, as we're starting to see another wave kind of pushing in around Fort Collins over to Greeley. Still a bit unsettled for parts of the Denver metro area, with more rainfall possible throughout this evening. So a heads up there. We still aren't out of the woods just yet. And if you're traveling further to the south toward the Palmer Divide, you might even see a few snowflakes mixing in later tonight. Big warm up yet again on tap tomorrow, but then a stronger storm system cruises in late Thursday night into Friday, and that potentially will bring Denver some nice snow. Yes, rain and snow in 1 week, guys. Gosh, we are so spoiled.
All right, thank you, Danielle. We are getting a look at newly released body cam video of the latest DUI arrest of a multi-repeat offender in Arvada.
In fact, police say Stephen Seawick has been arrested 3 times in less than 2 months. Check out this video. Police say Seawick is asleep behind the wheel at a gas pump, and that he was out on bond and wearing an alcohol monitor from his last arrest.
Tonight, Denver 7's Ali Jetterjohn asking Arvada police just how many times it takes to keep a habitual offender out of the driver's seat.
Tanner was 19 when he was killed. It was Saturday afternoon. He was driving to his grandma's, took a left turn on a green arrow, and was pummeled into a pole.
Renee Lund knows what can happen when someone uses drugs or alcohol, then gets in a car.
When I found out that the person that killed Tanner had a previous DUI arrest, it should have been one and done. He should have been in trouble the first time.
Her son was killed by a drunk driver in 2022. So when I met her today to get her thoughts on this,
"Sir, do me a favor and step out of the vehicle."
She couldn't believe more hasn't been done in 4 years to keep it from happening.
Is there someone else in the back seat?
This is body camera video from Arvada Police Department of a man getting his 3rd DUI arrest in less than 2 months. The judge ended up giving the man a $20,000 cash bond. But were there steps that could have been taken the first time to stop the issue right there? I talked to Arvada detective Dave Snelling about it.
I think the trend that we see is that there's so many civil sanctions against somebody's driver's license, and yet they continue to drive.
In Colorado, we do have an ignition interlock program. It's a device put in a car to keep someone from starting it unless they pass a breathalyzer. Snelling says the suspect did not have one, but he was on a continuous alcohol monitor. Though during his last arrest, he was being investigated for alleged drug use.
It costs money. It takes time to get into place. And sometimes the frustrating thing is people will still find their way around it to get their vehicle going.
That time is what the organization Mothers Against Drunk Driving wants to fix. The group is working right now to update Colorado's interlock law to make it more accessible. Telling me in a statement, a new bill, quote, eliminates a 2-month waiting period so individuals can have immediate access to ignition interlock, potentially preventing subsequent DUIs. So moms like Renee,
Tanner would be alive,
don't have to live through this nightmare.
Well, that bill has been officially introduced. It is set, guys, to be discussed again next Wednesday.
And Allie, many of our viewers had questions about this case when we first broke the story on Facebook yesterday.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of them, so we checked a few of them out. One of the most common ones was this, but perfectly by viewer Sequoia, quote, "I thought 3 DUIs was an automatic life sentence." I took that question to Snelling. Here's what he told me.
So it needs to be 3 alcohol or drug related convictions for driving, and then that ups the next arrest to hopefully a felony. In this case, they accumulate pretty quickly, but it's also us working with the district attorney's office to go back and make sure that those previous arrests turned into convictions, and then prosecute or go back and prosecute the following charges as felonies.
We can understand people's concerns and confusion there, yeah.
Yeah. A lot more questions too, I think, that can be asked that come with this. So we'll keep you updated as that goes on. I am Denver 7's Crime Trends reporter. I'm committed to bringing you the latest developments on trends in your neighborhood. If there's a story you want me to look into, scan the QR code on your screen for ways to connect. You can also send me an email at allie.jennerjohn@denver7.com. Live in studio, Allie Jennerjohn, Denver 7.
All right, thank you, Allie. Pentagon has identified now 4 of the 6 U.S. service members killed in an Iranian drone strike on Sunday. All were assigned to the 103rd Sustainment Command. That's an Army Reserve unit out of Iowa. The 2 other soldiers killed in that strike have not yet been identified. Meanwhile, the Pentagon says the U.S. and Israel have hit nearly 2,000 targets in retaliation this morning. U.S. embassies in Riyadh and in Kuwait were attacked by drones.
This comes as the State Department ordered non-emergency American personnel and families in more than a dozen Middle Eastern countries to evacuate, telling ABC News it's working on securing military aircraft and charter flights for U.S. citizens. Today, reporters asked President Trump why there wasn't an evacuation plan for Americans in the Middle East ahead of the strikes. He responded, quote, "It all happened very quickly."
And another sell-off on Wall Street as this war with Iran broadens. All the major U.S. indices closed off sharply and oil prices kept climbing. The benchmark price of crude closed up 4.7% today. And I hope you stick around. Coming up for you at 6:30, we're going to talk with a financial expert and ask him your questions. I know you have a lot of them. So if you'd like, you can send us an email to newstips@denver7.com. Give us your name, tell us where you're watching from, and give us your question.
State lawmakers are considering several solutions to the issue of affordability today, including a bill that would prohibit companies from charging higher prices inside places like airports or concert venues where consumers have limited options. The bill is facing some criticism for its enforcement practices, which would essentially be up to the Attorney General's office. We're expecting the bill to be amended today. We'll let you know what happens as soon as we get an update.
Well, affordability certainly has been a signature issue for Denver 7. We've been covering all aspects of it for years. The food, transportation, of course, housing.
And tonight we're taking a closer look at affordable housing solutions across the metro area. Right now there are more than 15,000 children who are experiencing homelessness in Denver. That's according to the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless.
Adria Arahita takes us to Denver's Berkeley neighborhood and up to Longmont, where 2 solutions at very different stages are playing out.
The Becks just moved into their new apartment here at Ascent at Hoover Crossing 2 weeks ago.
We are in a 4-bedroom. I think they only have 6 of those.
The newest affordable housing community in Boulder County, making life much easier for this family of 5.
So there was a wait list first, and honestly, it was pretty seamless for us.
Having those larger units for families really came together in a way that we feel like is going to be meaningful for Longmont families.
There's also an early childhood education center on site, giving families an affordable child care option, reflecting a growing state push to include child care in housing projects. In Denver's Berkeley neighborhood, something similar is in the works. The Colorado Coalition for the Homeless partnering with the Denver Housing Authority to build 135 new family housing units with a child care center on site here as well.
It is public partnerships like that and public-private partnerships that, even us working with a nonprofit here that deliver more housing across the community.
We can enter into a partnership with another organization that owns land, and we can build on that. That cuts our cost and time down considerably.
Colorado is making significant housing investments post-COVID, leading to more developments. But Kathy Alderman with the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless says the work's not done.
My biggest concern is that not all of that housing is being targeted for those households in the greatest need.
Like the Becks, who are just happy to have a new place to call home sweet home.
I mean, everyone deserves to have a space and be able to afford it without worrying about all the other parts of life. I feel like here we're able to finally rest